everyone, and welcome to Age of Empires 2. Today I'm doing another tier list, but this time this is all the ships and we are going to be rating them based on their looks. In case you haven't seen my previous video, I'm using a tier list that I made in Age of Empires 2, the editor, so that way I could just do it. I mean, makes sense, doesn't it? So we're going to do the ships and we're going to rank them based entirely on looks. So just because a ship's good doesn't mean it's good looking. The same applies for the unique units that I just did in a previous video, which you will see appear on the screen. And we're going to do that with the ships now. So we've also got the 3 scenario editor ships, the ones that you can't make in the game. We'll be looking at those towards the end of the video. Okay, start off with the fishing ship. The fishing ship, much like the transport and trade cog, do not change at all in the game when they get upgraded. So it's a very normal looking ship. Realistically, it's a C tier ship because it's inoffensive. So I think for this fishing ship, it should go to C tier. Not because just because it's like the basic baseline of what a ship is. The same goes for the transport ship. It's very normal. There's not a lot going on, but they're not ugly. They're not bad. So it's also going to go into C tier along with the fishing ship. The trade cog, I really want to put this in F tier because I keep accidentally clicking this when I mean fire ships. The amount of times I've made fire ships and made trade cogs instead of fire ships is ridiculous. Also going to C tier though, just because of its... Actually, you know what, out of spite, it's going to D tier. Okay. Next up we have the galley. I personally am not a fan of the galley. It does grow on you a little bit, but not enough for me to like it a lot. It's a very normal looking ship, a bit boring. As far as warships are concerned, it's probably my least favourite to look at, so it's going to go into D tier. Next up we have the war galley. I like the war galley. It's a cool little ship. This is where the galley actually starts to look good. I'm going to put this guy into... I'm thinking A tier. We'll go B tier. B tier. Now we have the galleon. The galleon is such a nice looking ship. I love them in mass. They look really cool. It's a very good looking ship. I think it's an A tier ship. Potentially go up to S. We'll see. We'll review it towards the end. Now we have the fire galley. I like the fire galley significantly more than the war galley. Sorry, than the regular galley. So I think he goes into C tier. It's a nice looking ship in my opinion. The regular fire ship. It's also a nice ship. It's not the greatest in the world. Definitely better than the baseline. You'll find a lot of as they go up in terms of upgrades, they tend to go up the tier list, but not always. There is some exceptions. This guy is going to go into, I think, B tier as well, with his Castle Age friend, the war galley. Now we have the fast fire ship. The fast fire ship's a weird one for me. Sometimes I really like the look of it, sometimes I really don't. Today, I think it's an A tier. Yeah, it's an A tier ship. We have the demolition raft. I actually like this a lot. This is a cool looking ship. It's kind of fast. I like the way it looks. I think it's a C tier. I think it's a C tier. Demo raft and C tier. Demo raft and C tier. Now we have the demolition ship. I actually don't like the Castle Age demolition ship. Nowhere near as much. I think it's D tier as well. It gives me war galley vibes. Oh, sorry, I keep saying war galley. It gives me galley vibes in terms of how I feel about it. So I'm not a big fan of it. Heavy demolition ship is going to go into... I'm inclined to put it in S actually. I think S. No, it's a bit too generous. It's a nice looking ship, but it's not an S tier. Actually, it might be a B. It's a B tier ship. Cannon Galleon and Elite Cannon Galleon. These guys actually do look different from each other. The Elite Cannon Galleon looks a little bit nicer, but it's not a significant difference. In terms of like what I like about them, I think they're S tier. I like the way they look. The Droman. This guy is... It's a pretty cool looking ship. It kind of reminds me of the Age of Empires 1 warship. So yeah, I think S. I think S alongside the Cannon Galleon. No, that's probably too generous. I'm going to go A. Longboat and elite longboat. These guys look exactly the same. I've just got them here together because, just in case. These guys do look nice. They're going to go in S tier. The Caravel and elite Caravel. Both are nice looking ships. They're like nice in the same way that the Galleon is nice. So I think it could go into A tier together. Now we have the turtle ships. Turtle ship and elite turtle ship. They again look the same. These guys are going to go into, I think they go into S tier. They look very nice. Finally we have the Teresa Dai. It's a big ship. It's a very big ship. But being in the biggest ship doesn't make it the best ship. I think the Teresa Dai is it's a B tier ship. It kind of reminds me of Jabba's sail from Star Wars. Alright, next up we have the 3 ships that are unique to the scenario editor. We've got the dragon ship, the canoe, and the junk. The dragon ship is obviously S tier. Like, look at... Oh, let's go back. Like, look at how cool this ship looks. You can't tell me that this doesn't belong in S tier. The junk, I think it's a B tier. It's like a fishing ship, but better. Lastly, the canoe, clearly S tier. 100%. Best ship in the game.